The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to Dueling Comedians, where two comedians clash to see whose comedy kills and who gets killed.
Figuratively speaking, of course.
All this to determine who claims the coveted Dueling Comedians trophy. This is Dueling Comedians.
I am Tony V. This is Dueling Comedians, and you are who you are, and I can't do anything about that. If you want any help with it, give us a call or email us or get on Facebook, and I'll try to help you out. But if you've gone this long being you, stay that way. Can't do anything about it. We did the semifinal round of the duel. Oof. And we have back with us two titans, two of the greats that ever graced these seats and donned these headphones, to Jim Colliton and Yael Govish.
Tony, I don't know. I can't tell you how much my life has changed since I won the first round.
Have people been coming up to you?
Complete life change, and financially, socially, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
You know, this podcast has launched many a career.
Change for good or for bad?
Let's not get into the details.
No, he just did say change.
He
He didn't say which way. Not that he needs any introduction, and I know you guys know him from the last time you were here, but Laugh Track Larry.
I remember these two.
You do remember? That was a while ago, too.
It's as if it was only yesterday.
I didn't do my laundry since then.
Or
we remember Larry.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Almost like it was yesterday or earlier this afternoon.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
Time flies.
Yeah. How have you been, Larry?
I've been so excellent.
Yeah. Holidays upon us. You okay? You all right with them?
Well, Thanksgiving's a sad time.
It is. Is it really?
Yeah.
What makes it sad?
I can't talk about it.
You don't really want to talk about it?
No.
All right.
I mean, there was an incident with a bird.
Years ago?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a turkey, but it wasn't.
It was not.
No.
Yeah.
You bring the wrong bird to Thanksgiving?
It had nothing to do with me except as a participant eating the wrong bird.
Oh, okay.
All right. I don't think we want to go further down this path.
No.
You know, I had an incident like that.
Okay, it was a peacock.
They're on the endangered species list.
Wow.
She's very gamey.
Sure.
One of the feathers was not removed.
Oh.
So I knew.
That's when
You knew
think-
something was up.
And everybody sat around pretending we weren't eating a peacock. But clearly, well, never mind.
All right. Wow. He's had some trauma in his life.
It's a colorful Thanksgiving, though, I would imagine.
You know, I had
Lovely.
I had an incident with the bird where I was in recently in New York City. You know, and I got some of the wonderful street chicken that they have in the little booths. You know, it's a delicacy. A lot of people won't touch it, but you know. So I say to the guy, "Is this locally sourced?" The chicken. He goes, "Oh yeah, it was killed earlier by a taxi on Broadway and Fifth." So I knew it was fresh.
Now, of all the restaurants in New York City, Tony, you decided to dine at a truck on the road.
Yeah.
And
Not even a truck. It's just
a box.
A box. They have these like little trailers that they jam people in. They sell street chicken. I was intrigued.
And they're not kosher.
That I don't know. They didn't have a separate section.
Guess, yeah.
They'll tell
There are
you
many
it's
Jewish
kosher.
people in New York, so actually you never know.
Maybe it could be. Sure.
Yeah, maybe he drove the taxi.
Perhaps
It was hit by a kosher car.
A rabbi may have run into the road and blessed the bird before
maybe.
it got hit.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
Now, Yael, is street food a big thing in Israel? Do they have?
No, the food in Israel is so much better. Everything is fresh.
You
So
know,
even like street food would be like so much more healthier. And
Have you
it
been to
tastes
Wendy's
like
since
so
you've been here? Have you had a double with cheese? It's delicious. You're not getting that in Israel. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm here for the food, guys. That's why I came here, of course.
Well,
The Burger King is so much better.
I love the Baconator.
the Baconator?
I limit myself to one per year, and I still haven't had it yet this year. I'm so excited.
I would, for Thanksgiving, skip the peacock and go right to the Baconator.
Well, everyone needs something to look forward to.
If I win this round, Larry, I'm bringing you back a Baconator.
All right.
Wow. Oh,
And
man.
they're like $9, I think.
Yeah, I've never seen. That's what I love about the fast food industry too. Every time there's some sort of, they do a study and they go, you should eat less red meat and less bacon and salted pork and blah, blah, blah. Fast food will go, oh, yeah? Well, here's 2 cheeseburgers with 6 pieces of bacon on it. So take that, help people.
We're going to wrap the whole thing in bacon and then deep fry it.
Then we're gonna dunk it in pork fat.
And
You can't blame us for the obesity problem, though.
And sandwich it between 2 donuts.
Right.
Oh my God.
Somebody has a donut sandwich now, right?
Yeah, I think I heard something. I think like Burger King or
Burger
something.
King has is it a burger
McDonald's?
between?
Yeah, there's like a burger and donuts or something. I
between 2
heard
donuts.
something.
Yeah, because
You wonder when they sit in a meeting if the guy goes, "Can we really do this? Can we really put 2 donuts?"
I feel it's like a joke. They put it like, all right, let's see how far they would go.
These fat people aren't going to eat this, are they?
I got a great idea. Why don't we just grab a stick of butter and jam it in someone's aorta? We could cut out the middleman.
Just get down at the drive-through.
Well, Paula Dean started that. She's a
it's down south.
she had some problems.
That's the racist
She
lady.
has some racist overtones.
All right.
She's a Southern woman. It comes with the territory, I'm
right.
guessing. But she got caught, but she was the first one. I think she called it the Sunday brunch burger, and she was the first one to put burgers between, I think, Krispy Kreme donuts.
That
Oh
makes
my God.
sense.
Yeah.
And that's where she had the problem down south. Because I was going to say that down south, that's not going to raise an eyebrow.
No. She.
And that's the regular dessert.
Yeah. No, she. I guess they had tape of her using a word that is no longer or should not be used.
Oh.
And I'm not going to say no
Butter.
longer.
Butter was probably the word she was
That's the
using.
other thing. She's killing people with butter and fat, and they think her words are going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Well,
This lady's been killing you for 16 years.
butter, fat, and racism. Killer combination.
That sounds like a Georgia podcast right there.
Lethal.
That'd be a great name for a band. Butter, fat, and racism.
That would be.
Like an acoustic trio.
You're driving by a bar and you see that on the marquee.
I
you're
would
like,
go. I would
let's
go
pull it
in.
in and see what this is all about.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Let's go see what this is about.
It's like Crosby, Stills, and Nash. They don't always have young, but when they have racism, they really, butter and fat really kick it up something.
Yeah, like butter, I like fat. Who knows? Tuck me in the third.
You're going to love one of those 3 for sure.
Sure. Something's going to get you. So, and Jim, what have you been up to since last we spoke?
Just traveling around, trying to make a living to pay for these 3 kids I got.
Yeah.
So,
how old are your kids now?
My oldest is a sophomore in college.
Yeah.
And then I have a 16-year-old who hopefully gets her license Saturday. And then
she'll be out of your hair for a time?
Hopefully, yeah. And then my son is 14.
Oh, there you go. That's Joe.
Joe.
Yeah, we both have Cecilias.
We both do have Cecilias. Yes, we did not know about that until we're at the Comedy Connection. And Johnny Fish was the one that put it together. He goes, "You have a Cecilia? Tony V has a Cecilia."
Yeah.
It's like a disease here.
It's really.
That's how I hear it all the time. You got a Cecilia? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I got it too.
You're making fun of our daughters' names. I did not know where you were going with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got an Irish.
I think it's funny when people make fun of children.
End of story, right?
That's it. I see where this is
I get
going
a very
already.
awkward feeling off Larry, which I like. I enjoy, but it's
I think this one might be a foregone conclusion before we even get into the duel. But,
Well, the Baconator's in play.
that's right.
my Cecilia is also a sophomore in New York City. So.
It's hard when they go after school. You do nothing but raise them, and then they leave.
Then they leave, they go. That's what you did it for. I go. Well, you should have told me that.
No, I know.
And
the cost of college. I'm not pushing my second one to college either. I'm like, you know what? Take a gap year. Take a couple gap years. Hang out with me.
I tell people this all the time. I have taken a gap life.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's like, and I don't recommend it for everybody.
No,
but it's worked out in my case. They go, "What are you going to do?" I go, "I'm doing it."
And that's my whole feeling. This college is not worth it either.
You're right.
You know what I mean? You
What is
spend
she?
all this.
Yeah.
Well, she's a finance major, so
Well,
hopefully,
that's something.
that's something.
Both my kids went into the arts, and I go, "Have you learned nothing from looking at me?
Have you seen me?
The constant struggle of looking for a next gig.
You
You want
hanging out in the back of a Chinese restaurant waiting to go go on.
I was supposed to be a cautionary tale, not something to be looked up to.
Learn from me, children.
You don't want this.
Yeah,
I didn't go to college, and look at me now.
You didn't go to college at all?
Yeah.
How far did you go? Now, is the school system the same in Israel?
No, it's a little different. You have to go to the military first.
You go to
everybody
goes in the military.
Yeah. People are so excited about Gal Gadot went to the Israeli Wonder Woman. Wow, she served 2 years in the army. It's mandatory. It's not that special in Israel.
Maybe very average in our country.
Yeah.
Right. So did you do 2 years of service?
Yes, I did only 6 months because I'm the real Wonder Woman.
You got the hell out.
Now, and you train like real. I mean, it's like you could.
So you have so many positions there. No. I shot once. My sister, she's actually a combat now.
She's in combat.
Yeah.
Who's she fighting?
Basically, no one.
No,
she's sitting in the office still. She's still a woman.
It could be combat in the office.
Yeah, sure.
Usually, you fight the enemy.
The enemy, just
you
enemy.
But we're women. We have so many enemies. Every 5 minutes, it's changed. That's why we shouldn't control countries.
So many enemies, right? But and at what age do you go into the military?
18.
18. Everybody goes.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Men 3 years, women 2 years.
That takes a lot of pressure off your high school years, though, right?
Oh yeah, you don't need to.
You're going in.
You go there you want or you don't want. You have to go there.
No
you have to respect the
SATs,
system.
none of that.
Yeah.
What are you doing after high school? Same as you.
I'll see you in a month. We'll be in basic training.
I'm going to get an M16 and see what happens. That's
surprise.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Does anyone go on? Because the Mossad is some of my favorite people in the whole world.
Oh, but this is different. The Mossad.
Yeah, but could you go into if you decided to stay, or did they recruit you for that?
I believe you have to have a special training in the army before if they pick you or something.
They tap you on the shoulder and you get chosen.
But there's so many positions in the Israeli army. Right. When I started, they send you a list of things that you can do when you're in high school. And I found out there's position for everything. There's computer units, and there's you can be a cook in the army. You can do whatever you want.
You just got to go in the army and do it.
Yeah, right. We have an entertainment unit that they have one role for one person once a year that calls comedian/magician.
For the army?
Yes. To go to basically entertain soldiers. Which is amazing. And I want to do that. And I got the role. And you were
the official Israeli army comedian magician.
But they didn't open this role.
Oh.
Yeah, a month before I got drafted. After I passed the audition, I was like, oh my God, my cousin was the judge. So thank you, Adi.
They didn't open that role.
I don't know how to get it. But so they sent me a letter that said, we're not opening that role. They didn't give me any explanation because it's the army. They don't give me anything.
They don't have to
so I'm guessing
the
juggler that did it the year before did not do that good a job. And that's why they said we're not going to open this role.
Maybe. It's because a magician, it's for, I don't know, it's for 5-year-old kids. You don't send a magician to soldiers, to 18 years old to make them laugh.
Listen, if it weren't for magicians, America's Got Talent wouldn't be on the air. People love magic. They love being
but
fooled.
It's different. They don't see how an 18-year-old magician would entertain other 18-year-old magicians.
There, Yael. Our juggler stepped on a landmine. We decided
we are reopening the role. Good luck with everything.
All right, how do people get a hold of you guys?
YaelGovish.com. That's everything.
I am much easier. JimWhat.com. WHAT.
All right, I'm Tony V. Comic at any platform you decide. We will be back with more dueling after this.
Hey, Alexa, subscribe to the Dueling Comedians podcast, will ya? That's a good girl.
Attention, cigar smokers, or even friends of a cigar smoker. If you're looking to relax with a nice premium cigar or looking for a great gift for a cigar smoker, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Our friends at twoguyscigars.com have created the Cigar of the Month Club. For just $24.99 per month, you or your friend will receive 4 different premium handmade cigars every month, and shipping and handling is included. Go to twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com, and go to the Cigar of the Month Club. You can stop anytime because there's no contract, but you won't because this is a tremendous deal for our listeners. Go to twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com, and click the Cigar of the Month Club. At the same time, if you want to learn about the cigars you receive each month, you can smoke along with them on their own podcast called The Cigar Authority. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice premium cigar from our friends at twoguyscigars.com.
Twoguyscigars.com and the actual physical places where we are recording this Dueling Comedians. So come by, get yourself a cigar, just hang out, come and watch the show, do whatever you want.
I think cigars are cheaper than Juul right now, no?
Than Juul?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can get a cigar.
Yeah.
You can't get a Juul.
I heard that they still sell it, but just like double the price.
Really?
Yeah, in some places.
Is there only
I'm not going to say those places.
Is it only certain kinds of Juuls, or is it across the board?
I heard it was all of them.
That's what I heard. But then I heard about like stores that still sell them, like what
but they jacked up the price.
But here's what the governor said. He goes, "Yeah, it turns out these are bad for you." I'm like, "You guys didn't see this?"
Alcohol is bad for you too. Cigarettes is bad for you.
Right. I think the only exempt Juuls are rubies.
Rubies? Yeah. We should exempt those.
Exempt.
See, this is why we keep Laugh Track Larry around. Because he has a unique
with gems like that coming in. You're not going to get that.
I smoke a cigar, I say occasionally, but probably more than occasionally.
And 6 or 7 a day is probably occasionally, right? Yeah.
To some people, it's occasional.
You do other things in between.
You got to eat.
Yeah.
The Baconators don't eat themselves.
That's right.
No.
I'm getting a Baconator.
Yeah, but I can't. When they said that, they go, "Geez, people are coming up with lung problems from the vaping." You go, "Really?" So, somehow sucking on a chemical from a tube that everyone's had in their mouth is bad for people? I don't get how that works.
And people feel the need to do it everywhere.
Everywhere.
In planes, or you know what I mean? Did you feel
they
smoke
do.
blowing?
Well, right, because it's only water vapor. We can do it.
It's still irritating.
If someone came up and just exhaled on you, you'd go, knock it off. Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah. I don't need the smoke or the vape with it.
No.
So anyway. Again, how do people get a hold of you? What do we?
My website is nice and easy. It's jimwhat.com.
Okay.
Contact me.
Mine is easy too if you speak Hebrew, but if not, it's yaelgavish.com.
That rolls right off the tongue. Very easy.
Right, Israeli comedian in Boston. I believe that I'm the only one.
I'll bet you that comes up. Right. Sure.
Right away.
Sure, you can Google her.
Israeli Wonder. That's the name of my show.
That little ba-dum-pup means that it's time for the duel.
Yeah.
And apropos to no reason at all, except we do ladies first here.
Okay.
Because I don't know what the proper thing is anymore. But
he's just scared of women.
I am scared of women.
I believe you. I'm scared of women too sometimes.
Let me just say this. I am so conditioned that in lieu of my own wife being around, I'm scared of any wife. Yes. And will do what any wife tells me. Like if somebody walks in and goes, "I'm somebody's wife, we need this," I go, "I'll get it."
What about single women? You wouldn't get scared of that too?
Single women don't talk to me. They don't even know that I exist. The closest I come to affecting single women from a certain age, and that age is anywhere from like 18 to 92. If a woman sees me walking down the street toward them, they will immediately clutch their pocketbooks and cross the street.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And I have also found screaming, "I won't hurt you," doesn't help.
Chasing after them.
Right.
I'm very friendly.
I'm a nice guy.
I'm not going to take your purse.
I'm not one of them. Yeah. All right, so it's dueling time. We're going to start with Yael.
All right, you said ladies first, and I'm pretty much like a tomboy. Also, I don't have boobs, and I know that I found one advantage of being a boobless. It's when somebody is hitting on me, I know that he likes my eyes.
I've never heard. I don't think the term boobless has ever been.
It's my new favorite term.
I'm Israeli. If you don't have a word for it, I'm gonna
it's that Canadian singer, isn't it? Yeah. Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
He doesn't have boobs either.
No. Well,
his wife.
Have you seen him lately?
Have you seen his wife?
No.
Oh, he's got enough boobs.
He's got something going on.
Well, Tony, as you know, I am a married man. I've been married for a bunch of years. And here's the thing, though. After so many years, my wife doesn't get mad anymore. She has a little saying she likes to use. It's a new favorite saying. Did you mean to do that? Did you mean to put the clothes in the dryer and then not turn it on? Yes, I did. I let the clothes sit in there for a couple days, get them good and moldy, and the kids can wear them to school. No one's going to want to hang out with them with moldy clothes, and they won't bring other kids back to the house and eat all their food. So, yes, I did mean to do that.
I love that. So back to me being boobless.
Yes.
So I went one time. It's so
can't hear that word enough, by the way.
Boobless. It's such a great word to say.
It is.
So I went one time with my friends to the beach, and there was, the wet T-shirt contest?
Wet T-shirt
contest. Yeah, if you don't know, it's a bunch of girls wearing white T-shirts and a bunch of men pouring water on them, and everybody's winning, which is great. And I told my friends, let's do it, let's sign up, because nobody knows us here, let's do it. And I went to sign myself up, and the people there told me, like, we don't have enough water for you.
I'm driving in the car last Valentine's Day, and I got the radio on. People calling in, and they're saying the special things that their wives or their spouses do to keep their marriage going. One lady from down south called in. She goes, well, some nights on cold nights, my husband will put my pajamas in the dryer and then warm them up for me. Yeah, I threw up in my mouth. I couldn't even comprehend that. If my wife was to wander in our family room on a cold night and go, can you warm my pajamas up? What did you say to me? Can you warm my pajamas up in the microwave? I can do it, but I don't think it's safe. I got to tell you that right now.
So a little more about my boobless. No, I'm falling in love with this word again. No, but you're talking about your children all the time, and that's another reason. I'm not sure that they want to have kids. It's a lot. It's crazy. It's like you never say something good about your children, by the way. Just to mention that. But it's a lot. It's a lot of money, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of parts of my body that are going to change, and I'm not ready. And also, I'm not sure that I have enough boobs to feed a baby, and I just don't want to raise a kid with eating disorders. So I'm doing that.
It is very hard to raise children. And it feels like with my kids, everything you sign them up for, they sort of suck more money out of you. My second little girl was going to gymnastics, and I had her at class, and the teacher comes over to me, and she goes, are you Samantha's father? I said, yes, I am. She goes, I just need to tell you, she seems like a natural at gymnastics. You may want to think her signing up the advanced classes that meet 3 days a week. And I said, I don't know if you saw it when we came in today. She ran into the door frame. So we're probably going to work on that little trick before we start training for the Olympics.
I'm hoping there's more boobless.
No, actually about kids, like the only thing with kids for me is that I really wanted to win the Oscar by the year of 2020. That was my biggest dream as a kid. And it's coming really fast, 2020. We're almost there. And I'm not nominated. And I was just like, I had a plan. I was like, okay, if I'm not going to get nominated, because who knows, I'm going to get pregnant this year. And then next year, I'm going to name the baby Oscar. Because I want an Oscar that bad, which is good. Even if I'm going to have a girl, I'm still going to have an Emmy, which is fine. And if she's going to be very ugly, I'm going to have a Golden Globe.
Signing my girls up a couple years ago to play soccer, and the guy that runs the whole league, he pulled me aside. He said, hey, could you help us out and do some coaching this year? I said, oh, you know what? I drink a lot on the weekends, and I'm not a big fan of soccer, so I don't think that's a good mix for anyone.
Once again, you guys brought it. And
yes.
You guys brought it. This was a good show, and I got to hear the word boobless.
Yeah, a lot of times.
A lot of times.
The only thing that's going to beat out the Baconator is the word boobless.
Boobless,
If I know anything about Larry.
Yeah. And he's so complex. There's so many.
You can't read him. You really can't read him.
He really is like a layered cake. There's just so many levels with a sweet cream in between each one.
Oh, me?
Yeah, that's you, Larry.
Wow.
The tension, we kid around,
you can
but you
feed
can
off
feel
his
it.
energy.
Yeah, you can. It's there.
One word. Boobless.
Yeah, boobless.
It can turn on one word, and I had a feeling that was the one that was
right when the word was dropped. I think we all knew the winner.
What was going to happen right then.
Thank you.
Well, thank you both for that,
Thank
Jim.
you so much.
It's always funny,
It's
of course.
always fun hanging out.
Yeah,
Tony.
very nice to have you.
Yeah,
And
good
you'll
luck.
be back for the finals.
Yes, I will. Yes, I'm going to change my shirts for them.
Yeah.
I
Ride
promise.
this boobless wave all the way
I'm
to the
going to sew
championship.
them. I'm going to put them out there.
And for the love of Pete, please don't grow boobs.
No, I won't. It's so much money. It's so much money. I'm not doing that.
Oh, yeah, buy them. All right, keep listening to us here at the United Podcast Network or wherever fine podcasts are had. We thank you for keeping this foolishness on the tracks and headed toward the sun. Goodbye.
Thank you.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.